Next up, I want to talk about some units that you're probably going to want to search for when you're looking through your sealed packs or your draft packs. So right up front, we talked about these already, but Green Squadron A-Wing and Battlefield Marine are just really, really good cards. So right off the bat, paying 2 resources for a 3/3 body is essentially what we call above curve. So the average card would be, if you pay 2 resources, you're expecting 2/2 in each stat line. So if you can get something that's above that, you're doing well. It's more efficient, it's above curve, it's above rate, whatever terminology you use from any kind of game resource or economical system. But you've got a great unit that just runs around in the space area, and then you've got a great unit that runs around on the ground, and you can do a lot of damage with a 3/3 body, because swinging into the base right off the bat, if they're running a 30 health base, that's 10% of their life just right there. Same thing with the Squadron A-Wing. A lot of people actually go heavy on the ground, and space kind of gets ignored and left out. So if you can get like 2 of these Green Squadron A-Wings on board and you're just swinging for 3 or 6 every single turn, that adds up really fast. So keep an eye open for these if you're playing in Heroism. Here are some neutral cards, actually, I love talking about. So Greedo and 2 Tubes. This card got used against me in a video with the tabletop Misfits. We can link that in the card up above. But this is kind of another example of really great on cost. It's a 1-drop card. 1 resource gets you 2 attack, 2 HP. That's great already. But it also says, on attack, another friendly aggression unit gains raid 2 for this phase. Well, that can add up really quick if... Where's that Sabine? Oh yeah. So say you have Sabine and 2 Tubes on the board. You attack with 2 Tubes. You deal 2 damage. And then Sabine gets +2. And then her ability says deal 1 damage to each enemy base. If she attacks the base, she's now dealing 5 damage. You paid 1 resource for this to swing for 5. That's a really good efficiency combo. So these 2 cards together do 5, 6, 7 damage. Boom, wombo combo. So yeah, benthic 2 Tubes can give, if you're building that aggression package, you can get a lot of value. I mean, you could do it here with 2 Tubes and the Green Squadron A-Wing. So on attack, another friendly unit gains raid 2. So here you go, swing for 2. This gains raid 2, so it's got raid 4. So you swing and this does 5 as well. I mean, you just got gas. This card empowers a lot of other cards in the board state that you have. So yeah, if you can get a benthic 2 Tubes and you can build around it with some aggression cards, you're just swinging for the fences. And if you have all of these on the field, I mean, that's really scary, because it's like swing for 2, swing for 5, swing for 3. That's a lot of damage. So yeah, keep an eye open for this card in your booster packs when you're cracking them open. Greedo, he's just a really good card. 1 cost, 3 attack, 1 health. The health isn't really what you're paying for. You're paying for that 3 attack. This gives you the opportunity. Also, he's neutral. He doesn't go into either specifically heroes or villains. Same thing for 2 Tubes. So you can play this for either color, either side of the force. But being able to just swing for 3 is great. You're able to swing and crash into bigger bodies. So you can take out a Battlefield Marine right here. You can take out a benthic 2 Tubes. If you had to swing into a Sabine, like she's just hanging out, you can pop her. She's got 2 health left, and then maybe you've got something else on the board that can finish the job. So this is a great card for either putting pressure on the base or trading into other bodies that you can't quite KO, but you've got other things that can help kind of combo with Greedo. On top of that, when he's defeated, you can discard a card from your deck. If it's not a unit, you can deal 2 damage to a ground unit. So as long as you don't hit a unit, if you hit an event, you can swing into somebody, crash. So like, here's a good example. Here's the same thing with Sabine. Crash Greedo into Sabine. He goes away. He's defeated. Sabine takes 3. And then you discard the top card of your deck, and if it happens to be an event, you can then, per his ability, deal 2 damage to a ground unit. Hey, look, she's a ground unit. Boop, got rid of that Sabine. So you've got a lot of ways to use Greedo. He's got a little bit of luck in his kit, but being able to have a 3-1 for 1 is great. Super, super good. And then Wampa, this is a really scary card. So you're paying 4 resources. It is an aggression. Dun, dun, dun. Anyways, so if you're looking at the Wampa here, it's a 4/5, so you're a little bit above curve. You've got a little bit more HP in your backhand, but you have an Overwhelm. When attacking an enemy unit, deal excess damage to the opponent's base. So this card can swing into, say, oh, look, here's that Greedo. You deal 1 damage to Greedo, and then 3 go into the base. That's a great trade. This is a super good card on curve. And again, if you notice, a lot of these cards we're talking about, minus those 2, these can be inside of heroism or villainy decks. They're not locked behind one or another type, so you're not going to have to pay the aspect tax. So these are super, super powerful. Also, Wampa's a common, Greedo and 2 tubes are uncommon. So yeah, these are cards I think you should keep an eye open for if you're just building for pure value, pure efficiency. These work super duper well.